And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your favorite game. Who's that douche canoe?
Who's that douche canoe? What you gonna do when I take a food? It lands in your shoe. Yeah. Hey, who is it, man? Ralph Macchio. No? Ted Danson. No? Damn it. Tony Iommi. Come on, who is it? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, yes, American hero. Yay. Yeah, no, boo. Not DMA. DMA's better than he's cooler than a cucumber in a bowl of hot sauce, man. Well, how would you make fun of Denver Metro Audits? I think that's great. He thinks that 222-444-333-999. Actually, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about with all that nonsense. But hey, man, he's a frauditor. That's all that matters, man. He did the crime and he did the time. Yeah, that was kind of stupid getting busted like that. But hey, at least he did the right thing by doing the wrong thing. And what? Oh man, that whiskey's catching up with me, man. What's going on?
David E. Persons with a dad joke. First joke. Not only was he here first, but he started with the dad joke. Let's go. What do you get when you feed a groundhog and when you breed a when you feed a groundhog a frauditor? Oh man. What do you get when you breed a groundhog with a frauditor? But 6 more weeks of loudmouth bad behavior. Holy poop crap hammer sandwich sauce. David E. Persons, you were first. Here's your happy dance, brother. All right, let's go. Paul Cohen said, yo, my peeps, you good? Greg Jonick was the first to hit the like button. Hit that like button. News Now enemy. First things first. Don't think of the game. That's right. Hate the player, not the game. Or wait, hate the game. I don't remember how it goes. But I do know that Frauditor Mania is here, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? What's up? What's up? Great to see ya. Let's see. David E. Persons again. There you go. News Now enemy. Lexi Ann's here. Let's see. Greg Jonick, David E. Persons, News Now enemy. My tiny Chihuahua life is in the house. Yes. And let's see. We got the Lessonator. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. It's so good to see you. And how do you do? I don't know, man. Let's see. Terry Barnes, Greg Jonick. Wait, did I say hello to Terry Barnes? Where you at? There you go. Good morning, my friends. God bless. God bless you, sir. Absolutely. Greg Jonick, Terry Barnes, News Now enemy. David E. Persons. I'm happy to announce that I finally shaved 4 minutes off my 5K run. Yeah, this year I quit after 6 minutes instead of 10. That's awesome. There's another one on there. Kings2 2000. Good morning, all. That's everybody. That's all of us. All right. Good morning, Kings2. Great to see you. Let's see. Oh, Highway Star. Yeah. It's good to see you. Let's see. Oh, this is the one I was looking for. I had to put myself on 2 diets because I wasn't getting enough to eat on just one. That's a good one. Let's see. Greg Jonick, P. Barnes, Tiny. There's no enemy. DVD persons. Chuck's here. What's up? Woo-hoo. Ivy Palmetto Bay is appearing on behalf of YouTube. Oh no. In-person persona. Sui juris sui. Bunch of Latin words that I heard somewhere that's in the Sovereign Citizen script. Good morning, Hez and the Rash family. What do you call an alligator detective? An investigator. Love it, love it, love it. Nicode's in the house. And Mr. Thomas, Highway Star, Pete Barnes. Pete Barnes, what's up? Let's see. How about the Eagles? Yeah, I know they won, didn't they, or something? I don't know. It was funny because, like, on Monday I'm doing the show and everyone's talking about the game, and I'm like, oh crap, the Super Bowl was yesterday. I forgot. I wasn't even aware, and people were teasing me like, so how'd the Bears do last night? Like, shut up. You too, Peanut Gallery. What? I said what? What? What?
Awesome.
All right. Did it snow? Holy crap, hammer sandwich sauce, did it snow? Let me look out the window and see where we're at. Oh man, it looks like the plow trucks are out there. We got at least a good 4 or 5 inches. According to the weather, it's still snowing right now, but I can't see any, but it's still dark out, so I don't know. But I can see across the street, all the cars are buried, everything's under snow. So yeah, it snowed all right. Yesterday I'm at work, I'm out there, and like, because I usually, I got my platypus hat, but when it's snowing, that gets wet. So I actually wear a hoodie, but just so that I could cover the hat so that the hat doesn't get wet. And then I got one of those things that covers your whole head and it covers your face. But then when I have that on and I breathe, the only place for the air to go is up through the thing, so it fogs up my glasses and then I can't see anything. So that's a pain in the butt. I got a very generous gift from a fan. You know who you are. Thank you so very much. That has one of those masks with nose holes, so that won't happen. I haven't tried that one yet because, like, my nice stuff I like to keep here, and that's really nice. I have a cheap mask and cheap gloves. Like, it's weird because, like, the colder it gets, the more I need this stuff when I'm out there. But when I'm out there, like, I don't want to mess up my good stuff. I got my work stuff, But I swap them out. What I do is I have because at my work I have a little drawer, for my stuff. So I keep all of the fancy stuff in the drawer. If it gets that cold, then I'll put that stuff on. And sometimes believe me, it helps a lot. But it's 26 right now. So like I said, the days when it gets like below 0, those are the dregs. Yesterday it was because the wet, because you go outside and you get covered with snow, and then you walk inside and the snow melts, and so now you're all wet, and now you got to walk back outside where it's snowing, and you get covered in snow again. And it's like all day I'm in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Every time a customer comes, I go out, do my thing, and then when they leave, unless there's a line of customers, and sometimes I'll stay outside just customer. But yesterday, I guess the traffic was so bad that there were people who were that were not going in. Sorry. I got distracted for a moment. I'm live. Anyway, yeah, it snowed. Leland Squirrels, what's up? Let's see, who else did I miss? Nope Gen X. Oh, Nope Gen X is here. How's my back feeling? It's still a little stiff, but it's way better than it was the other day. The other day I could barely even move, but today it's starting to loosen up a little. It's weird. I don't know, but I think shoveling snow yesterday kind of helped. I know that sounds weird. You'd think you'd hurt your back even worse doing that, but I've been shoveling snow my whole life, so like I got a system, and like it was like exercise, like working it out. Like when you have something done to a part of your body and you have to go to physical therapy afterwards, and you have to actually use the muscle to make it feel better. Again, my back is still stiff, but I think me going out there and doing the shoveling and the snow kind of helped. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it stretched it out. Yeah, there you go. See, Leland knows what I'm talking about. This morning, this is tea instead of coffee. And I didn't think about it because I just do it every day, but it makes so much sense. I use the flavored creamer, and so I keep it in the refrigerator. And I never thought about how much, like, pouring the refrigerated creamer in the coffee would cool down the overall temperature of the coffee. But today I'm drinking tea, and I'm taking a sip, and it's so hot, and I'm like, ah. But because I forget, like, it's the temperature that it makes my coffee at. Because I used the coffee pot to heat up the water. I just didn't put a filter with coffee in it. I just ran the water through to get hot water. And the tea's super hot, and I'm like, oh yeah, because I'm not putting anything to cool it down. But you can put cream or milk or sugar or all that stuff in tea. It's just one of the reasons I like tea so much is because I don't have to add a bunch of crap to it. Like I could just drink it straight, and it's good because it's tea. Tea's yummy by itself, and all that other added stuff just makes it even more yummy. Yeah, it's like the cherry on top. I lived in Scotland for way too long to handle heat. Leland's like, no, I lived for 5 years I grew up in Michigan and spent 5 years in Minnesota. So she knows all about, doing the snow and shoveling. Yep. LaDonna Rogers is here. What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. So anyway, yesterday it was, what's weird is like, yesterday was lame because, like I said, it was more because it was snowing yesterday. So I kept like getting wet because, like I said, I'd go outside, I'd get covered in snow. That's, blast just hitting me all in the face and just snow. And then I'd walk in where it's warm and the snow would melt and then I'd be all wet. And then I'd have to go outside in the snow again. So yesterday was just a wet day. Today, all day, I'm going to be dealing with the aftermath. It's just, when the snow gets all sludgy and nasty, and it's going to just be there, because it snowed all day yesterday. And it's supposed to snow all day tomorrow, too. Yippee. Can't wait. Texas Tim, what's up? Anyway, it is what it is. But it's all good. It's it's winter. What do you expect? And in Wisconsin, I grew up in Chicago. I moved up here originally out of necessity, just because I had a job out here. I got a job offer out here, and it was cheaper, to live. So I never meant to be here, but for those of you who've been following me for a while, know the whole story of how everything ended up. But Cody's like, I want snow. Well, come up here to Wisconsin. You'll get plenty. It's like I said, from here I could look out the window and I can see everything's buried in snow across the street. That's I can see my job from here, and it's gonna be fun shoveling all that crap. Get to start my day that way, and then pouring salt. So this is what I'm about to show you guys to start the show. This is the new Frauditor troll video. Probably you guys have seen it already, but it's worth watching again because it has gotten so horribly bad. Like, Chef M80, what's up? LaDonna Rogers, yay. It's like, it's not a joke. That's the thing. Like, I goof around here, obviously. I say a bunch of silly crap. You know, I go on my Hezsplaining rants and, you know, I say all this stuff. And a lot of what I say is laden with a very thick layer of sarcasm. You know, like that's just how I do, you know. But then, like, something like what I'm about to show you goes down, and it makes me realize, like, these lunatics actually believe that, like, if you walk outside, a cop's just gonna run up to you and blow your brains out in the street because that's what they do. Like, I've never seen that happen. That's never happened to me. That's never happened to anyone I know. What? So now there's this channel where this guy or girl or whatever, someone is, whoever runs the channel, is telling an AI to write a story about a cop being evil, and then using the fake AI voices to narrate the fake AI story of a fake thing that never happened, and then post it as a video. And the lens lickers are like, see, look at these horrible tyrant cops with all the evil they're doing out there. It's like, what? You people are so stupid that you believe that that's what happens? Like, how do these people, seriously, how do these people function in their day-to-day life? Like, you don't go outside and not get shot by a cop every day? I don't. You're still here, obviously, watching these videos and commenting on them, so obviously nobody killed you yet. Like, I don't understand how they could live, and not, unless they're freaking criminals and they're getting pulled over all the time. It's like these slime balls, you know, these sovereign citizen videos that we do every day, where, or even the Frauditor videos, right? They walk into a government building, they get trespassed. Man, you guys are always trying to trespass me. Well, you're always doing this. Or the guy who's driving with no license plates. You guys keep pulling me over. Well, yeah, because you're still doing it. You're not learning, you idiot. So it's like, the only thing I could think of is that these people are criminals. And that's why the cops keep going after them, because they keep doing the stuff that whatever made the cops come after them in the first place. And so they're convinced that all cops do is chase people around all the time for no reason. Because breaking the law to them isn't a reason. Violating policies and codes to them isn't a reason. You guys have no reason to go after me. Why not? Watch the video and see what I'm talking about with this AI thing. It's ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, Frauditor troll.
Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, it's going to be a little bit different because I want to shine a light on how low the frauditing and the lens licking community has fallen. First, we'll take a look at this new channel called Hope Behind the Prejudice. It has 92 videos, 3,000 subscribers. And let's take a look at these titles for a second. Racist cop sentenced to life in prison for pointing gun at Army chief. Racist cop sentenced to life in prison for pointing gun at Navy admiral. Racist cop sentenced to life in prison for pointing gun at Army veteran. Racist cop sentenced to life in prison for pointing gun at military general. Racist cop sentenced to life in prison for pointing gun at police chief's son. CIA director shopping in luxury store held at gunpoint by police. Officer jailed shortly. So you guys get the point, right? These are stories about racist cops committing the unthinkable and going to prison for life. Why don't we take a look at the most popular video of the bunch, the one where the racist cop pointed a gun at a military general. Let's see what it's all about.
A 21 gun salute had echoed through the hills. The last note of the bugle had faded into the wind, and all that remained was the final farewell. Carter inhaled sharply, steeling himself as he prepared to step forward and pay his respects, and then it happened. A sharp, commanding voice sliced through the quiet. "Get down." "Hands where I can see 'em." A murmur of shock rippled through the crowd as heads whipped toward the source of the commotion. 2 uniformed police officers stood at the edge of the funeral gathering, their guns trained on General Carter. The younger officer, a fresh-faced recruit with nervous fingers twitching over his holster, looked uncertain. The older one, Sergeant Doug Harper, was a burly, middle-aged white man with a hardened scowl twisting his face. Carter didn't move. The mourners gasped. Soldiers exchanged stunned glances, some instinctively reaching for their holsters before realizing they were unarmed for the funeral. The widow of Major Daniels let out a horrified sob. Carter's voice was calm, measured, the voice of a man who had commanded troops under enemy fire. "What do you think you're doing?" he asked, his baritone as sharp as steel. Harper took a step closer, his finger dangerously close to the trigger. "I said hands up now." The tension was suffocating. No one moved. The only sound was the wind rustling through the trees, the distant echo of boots shifting uneasily on the wet grass.
So those of you who are familiar with technology will know that something is up with this story right away. Or even if you're familiar with common sense or any form of logic, you would know that this story smells extremely fishy. But lens lickers are not that intelligent. Now I'm going to play a little bit more of this absolute pile of nonsense, and then we'll take a look at what this actually is. Trust me, I am going somewhere with this.
His eyes locked onto Officer Bradley. The young cop was still standing near Carter, frozen, his hands clenched at his sides. Harper desperately latched onto him. "Bradley, say something. You saw what happened. You know I didn't mean anything." Bradley's jaw tensed. He finally looked up, meeting Harper's eyes, and what Harper saw there made his stomach drop. There was no loyalty, no hesitation, only disgust. "I saw everything, Sergeant," Bradley said quietly, "and so did everyone else." Harper's breath hitched, because that was it. That was the moment he knew. He had burned every bridge, destroyed any chance at explaining his way out of this. He had done this to himself, and now he was completely alone. The MP finally shoved him into the back of the patrol car. The door slammed shut. 3 days later, the news broke. Sergeant Doug Harper has officially been relieved of duty and dishonorably discharged from the force following an internal investigation. He faces multiple charges, including unlawful use of force and abuse of power. If convicted, he could face significant prison time. Carter watched the news in silence before clicking off the TV. He had seen enough. Harper's fate no longer mattered, because justice had already been served, and Carter, he had more work to do.
So yeah, Sergeant Doug Harper was arrested. He's facing so many charges. At least that's what the video is claiming, right? There's only one problem with that. None of this is real. This is fan fiction. This is pretty much cop hatred material that is entirely fake from top to bottom. And the lens lickers are just gobbling it up, not even questioning if it's true or not. This is actually more concerning than it is funny, because it showcases how brain dead and idiotic these lens lickers actually are. Let's take a look at the comment section. All right, let's take a look at the comment section. This guy said, wow, this is a good story. He meant to say story. Wow, what a story. Apparently, he was a hateful person, especially of Black people. It caught up to him from years of being like this. And hopefully, this will be a lesson for others. It was great that Carter kept his ground and stayed firm and calm. He knew he had the power to have him locked up versus the other way around. And none of the excuses save him. Nice. Rest in peace. My condolences to his family. Outstanding. Since I'm a Black man from military family, I did 2 tours in Iraq. I'm an Army veteran, and that is something I never want to see. This is crazy. These people actually think this is true. Look at this. The way justice unfolded was both satisfying and necessary. Harper's actions showed exactly why accountability is crucial in positions of power. This story not only honors the fallen soldier, but also serves as a reminder of the dignity and courage we should all strive for. A 4-star general is being awarded at a funeral, and this racist cop thinks he can point a gun at him. The arrogance is unbelievable. Glad to see justice finally served. This isn't just about one officer's mistake. It's a brutal reminder of the deep-rooted prejudice that still exists. Justice better come fast. Now, someone here is speaking the truth. It's fiction. This story is meant to manipulate your mind and emotions. So finally, someone realized that this was total bullshit. Who would show up at a funeral and pull a gun? This is so the sick. You know, this is really sad when you think about that all these people are believing this. They are so incredibly stupid and consumed by rage that they think that this pile of garbage is true. And if you take a look at the other videos, they're all the same. It's all the same thing, about 20 to 27 minute long.
The air
And it's all trash. It's all
had acted
a
on
fake
instinct on his own
story.
body.
The fake story that is rewritten by an AI. And it's just meant to harvest the anger of the lens licking community and make money out of it. I mean, some of these videos are getting a lot of views. If you take a look at the popular ones, 81,000 views in 3 days for absolute bullshit. And you know what's concerning too is that you're supposed to declare when you're making something with AI and it's not true. You're supposed to declare it, and at no point here is it declared at the top that this is an AI story and is 100% fake. Now, if you take a look at this, it says a shocking moment unfolds at a military funeral when a racist police officer pulls a gun on a Black 4-star general in front of stunned soldiers and mourners, but the officer had no idea who he's dealing with, and justice is coming fast. Watch as the climax of power, prejudice, and reckoning plays out in this dramatic scene. Will the officer realize his mistake before it's too late, or has he already sealed his fate? Powerful, unforgettable, justice is served. At no point does this say that this is complete bullshit. It is a pile of manure, a fake story to manipulate cop haters. At no point does it disclose that this is an entire pile of crap. Honestly, when I started this video, I thought it would be hilarious and it's super funny. We can laugh how stupid the lens lickers are, but it's kind of concerning. The fact that they are not able to tell reality from fiction, from poorly written fiction, it shows that we have a real problem with stupidity in America. To think that this is true, you would have to be pretty much at an IQ of maybe 20 max. There's no way anybody with an IQ of 21 and over can think that this story is true, unless they are completely consumed by rage against the police. Anyways, I think that there is a big time frauditor out there that's doing this, because who knows how to manipulate the audience and feed off the rage that people have against the police more than someone like Chili. And Chili's familiar with technology. I think possibly he might have something to do with this. Maybe he hired a minion or two to run this channel, but clearly it's someone with an agenda. Because think about it, the more these stories go viral, the more these stories get 100,000 views, 200,000 views.
And I wanted to throw something in there too. This video is almost over anyway, but like, okay. Let's think about the story itself. Okay? Like, hey, there's an army general or whatever. There's a high-ranking official in the military that's being honored at a funeral for a military, someone from the military. It's a military funeral. And a random cop shows up and pulls his gun on one of the guys there because that guy's black. Well, I mean, what? What happened? He pulled his gun on him. So did he shoot him? No. He pulled his gun on him? Yeah. Why? Well, because he was black. Wait, what? What? At a funeral with people that are like all kinds of witnesses, all kinds of military there, a heavy police presence, a random cop for no reason is going to randomly pull his like what? The story doesn't even make sense to begin with. And then again, if you do even like a tiny little bit of research, you realize the story is not true. But again, he said, read the comment section. The Lenslicking idiots are so stupid they believe it because they're blinded by their hatred for the cops. Like, where does this come from? Where does this mentality come from? Why do these people do this? Why do they think this stuff is real? How stupid do you have to be? Well, pretty stupid if you think frauditing is a good idea.
What is it doing? It's radicalizing the world, radicalizing the YouTube audience. And then those people will then watch Frauditors or other cop hatred content. And who is more hateful than Chili? I don't think there's anybody, to be honest. With the jackboot thug and all this nonsense that comes out of his mouth, he is one of the most hateful towards the cops. So naturally, people that are watching this will gravitate towards content like Chili's. All right, so that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was extremely different from what I usually cover, but I thought it was info that you guys needed to know because this is beyond concerning that people are this stupid and they are falling for crap like this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, round of applause for Frauditor Troll. All right. This actually, yeah, Brian says, just don't drop an acorn. See, but that's a completely different situation because, one, that's a true story. That actually happened. And two, the day it happened, I came on here and said that cop deserved all the punishment he got and more. I got no problem with him being discharged, like at all. Like, get him off the street and get the gun out of his hands now. Because that guy does not need to be doing this. No, I don't support bad cops, but when it's just a flat out lie, I'm not going to support that either. Just because it's anti-cop, that makes it okay. If I was watching a video where somebody was saying Cult News Network did this or that, because I got actually a Cult News video lined up, but there were no receipts and no anything behind it, I'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. I might not like these guys, but I mean, come on, Even like, what's up, Nightman's wife? Even Frauditors in general, because I have interviewed some of them. I have talked to some of them, been on panels with some of them. I don't dehumanize them. In my head, I don't think like, yes, what they do to me is horrible. I hate it, and I think it's evil. But I mean, on a human level, it's like, you know, I don't want them to get killed over it. They always say, oh, you guys support violence. Well, if you break the law and you get arrested, that's not me supporting violence. That's me supporting justice. You know, if I want you to get what you deserve, I don't look at it as me supporting violence. I look at it me as you're bullies. You're a bunch of bully, thug, tyrant frauditors. When I see Lizard Media and his crew beating a guy up, holding him on the ground, and while he is subdued, his buddy's stomping the dude on the head. The guy's already subdued. There's no reason to keep stomping him on the head. Those guys deserve to get their asses beat. Those guys deserve to get tased. Those guys deserve a whooping. Yes, it's called justice. It's not because I support violence against frauditors. I don't want them all dead. I just want them to learn. I want to get through it. Like, you want to beat it into their brains, but you can't. But it's like, why doesn't your brain work? Why do you go into a room and treat people like dirt and make women cry and ruin people's days and get people fired and then go home and laugh about it? What the hell is wrong with you? I have a legal right to do it. Yeah, but it's not okay. Is it legal? Oh, you shut the hell up. But again, I always saw myself as like, you got the bully picking on the kid, and I'm not supporting hate. I'm not supporting violence. I'm stepping in between the bully and the kid that's getting picked on and saying, pick on someone your own size, punk. Those guys are the bullies with their cameras. Do what I say because I'm holding the camera and I'm a frauditor. And if you don't like it, I'm going to publicly humiliate you on my YouTube channel. Call you Karen or Darren or bootlicker. Or I'm going to pepper spray you. Yeah, that's always fun. Or try to get you fired. Morning, Maggie K. Good to see you. Anyway, that's horrible that they're just making up AI, anti-cop AI stories now. And the fans are believing it. Robert Custos, just listening. What's up, worker lurker? Yeah, it's almost Friday. Woohoo! Yes, I can't wait. Oh, tomorrow's going to be great. Actually, Friday isn't really like, here's the thing. I still got to work. But afterwards, oh, look at this. Wait a minute. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm checking my texts because Minnie has the school was closed yesterday for snow, but today I don't know. $2 from Chuck. Taste something. All right.
Hey, he didn't say to tase me. He just said something. I'm not something. I'm someone. Yeah. So you're not gonna tase me, right, Ed? Oh
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Tase that voodoo. He's a no good, rotten frauditor. Jaime is here. He wanted to tase me. I always thought it said zap, zap, zap. Oh, Nightman's wife knows what's going on. It's because they're just evil and they just want a ticket to meet Lucifer. Holy crap. That's right. Victoria B, good morning. What's up? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I say this all the time, but it's still something that I can't, and especially after seeing that Frauditor troll video, it's like, I really don't understand how people live so full of hate. Like all day, what do they do? They like just wake up and say, oh, I hate people. Oh, how can I destroy people today? Oh, I gotta ruin as many lives as I can. Let's go ruin every people. Ruin lives. Destroy. Like, is that how they think? Is that what they do? Do they even live? Do they have families? Do they have friends? Do they have jobs? Obviously, none of them have jobs because they got plenty of time to stand in the post office 6 hours a day recording. So they don't do anything. They don't spend time with their family because they're doing that, except for the ones like Amagansett and other ones that bring their kids with them, which is even more disgusting. Because not only are you just living on hate and spreading vile, disgusting rhetoric, but you're bringing your kids along with you. What are you teaching them? How to be scumbags for a living? Blatantly rude, blatantly disrespectful. I don't get, no. Well, no, yeah, there are plenty of people like that, but that doesn't make it easier for me to understand why they do it. And then it gets, and they get paid. That's why. That's ultimately what they see that as, like, an easy way to make money. U.S. has a bigger population, so we see more of them. Well, honestly, I think when you look at it big picture, what they do isn't even a blip on the radar. That's one of the reasons why they're still able to get away with doing it. And that's one of the reasons why I still think that what we do is important. Because right now, if you just go out and walk up to a random person on the street and say something to them about First Amendment auditing or frauditing, they won't know what you're talking about. They've never even heard of it. The average person, this is barely even a blip on the radar. This whole scene, even though it's thousands of people. I mean, you're talking about enough people to fill like a football stadium. Globally, YouTube's a global platform. So out of the entire planet, like, the entire frauditing community is like, you could take a pin and just and the little dot that it made is bigger than the amount of people that do this. So most people aren't aware, and that's why they're able to get them, because they get them unaware. They have no idea what they're dealing with. They've never seen this before. Nobody, especially when it's old people. 50 years I've been going to the post office. Not once have I ever seen a bunch of random idiots in masks standing in the corner filming me. So when I see that, I'm going to be like, what are you doing? And then they're going to say, get out of my face, you old coot. Screw you. Die, you old piece of crap. I hope you joke. It's like, what the hell is this? This can't possibly be legal. Like, what the hell's going on? Well, you were in World War II. You should understand that I have the right to do this, and that's what you fought for. You really expect me to believe that I'm going to go to the VFW and go to the old vets from Vietnam now? Most of the vets nowadays are the Vietnam vets. I grew up with the World War II vets. The Vietnam vets were a little bit younger still when I was a kid. But, like, you walk up to the vets, so you fought for the freedom for these people to be rude and mean, right? What the hell are you talking about? You think your grandpa would encourage that kind of behavior? Lexi Ann for $4.99. Thank you for fighting hate. That's right. Here's a happy dance for you. Let's go. All right. Thank you so much. They're looking for that big payout. Yeah, Donna Ray said hit that like button. That's what I'm talking about. Like, businesses should spend money to renovate for the visit, and then no real citizen gives a crap about frauditing and their rights. Well, that's the thing, and this is one of the reasons why I always say, oh wait, I like this because that's what they always say. If you don't want me to exploit your image on YouTube for profit, stay home. So if you don't want cops pulling guns on you and tasing you and arresting you, then maybe you should stay home. I love it because it's a turnaround of what they always do. If you don't like it, you should stay home. Well, if you don't like it, you should stay home. How about that, you slime bag? Oh, what I wouldn't give to run into one of these dudes in real life. But it would have to be like in real life. Like, because I've thought about, like, what if, like, at my job, like, a frauditor showed up? Be like, I'm at work. I got to be nice to the guy, and I can't, you know? I don't know. I can't pull out my camera and start filming. I'm at work, you know? I don't even touch my phone. Or even, half the time, I don't even bring it to work with me because I'm at work. I don't need to be on my phone. I need to be working. The only reason I bring it with me is because if, you know, there's a problem with one of the kids or something and I get an emergency call. But I think that actually happened. Was it last week? There was a car accident in front of my house. And the accident was right at the same time that my ex was supposed to be picking up Minnie Hez. Like, where she picks him up is where the accident took place. So, like, we were all panicking, like, worried that he might have been, I don't know. Or they'll say, go get a job in the private sector. That's the other thing. That's the other thing that drives me nuts, is because it's like, they have this idea that if you have a government job, you're a slave to them because they pay taxes, which they probably don't. And you must bow to their will or you will be destroyed. And if you don't, you will be punished. And if you don't like it, because you're supposed to like it. That's the thing. That's why their brains don't make sense to me. Like, it's not just when I call you names and insult you and berate you, you're supposed to take it because that's my free speech, but you're supposed to like it. You're supposed to smile and go, yeah, give me more. Because I'm a public servant, so it's my job to bow to your will and let you insult me. And if I don't like being insulted, then I should get a job at Starbucks. But wait, they're frauding Starbucks. Get a job in the private sector, but they frauded private sector jobs. So no matter where you go, if you don't want some douche canoe exploiting your image for money on YouTube, too bad, so sad. I legally can do what I want and get paid for it, whether you like it or not. So go burn in hell. Screw you. I hope you die. Like, that's their attitude. Ugh. Sorry, now I'm just reading, trying to catch up on some of the some of the comments. Some of you guys are funny, man. They don't believe in state rules and laws. But see, that's the thing. Like, you talk to these guys, and this is because it's real easy to say, oh, these guys ignore the 10th Amendment, which gives the states the rights to do this stuff. But that's not always the case. The problem is they'll say, no, they do give the state rights to make their own laws as long as those laws don't violate the Constitution. And any law that affects me violates the Constitution. That's the problem right there. Any law that I break is not a legitimate law. Any law that affects me isn't a legitimate law. Only laws that affect you are legit. But if they affect me, no, that's not a real law. I can do what I want. That's a huge part of the problem. David E. Persons, I have a warrant for voodoo gutterman. Blast, blast. All right.
Wait a minute, David. Is that warrant signed by a judge? Or is that just one of your fancy pants pens that you use to sign it? Yeah, man, I don't think that that's actually a judge's signature. I mean, what did it say on there? It was signed by a judge taste the shit out of that voodoo doll. That ain't a real judge. That ain't even a real. Oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say the swear word. Oh, no. Come on, I got something to come by to do. Gosh, it's fried one. Ah, thank you, Hez. Sorry, he fried my brains. Ah. Crap hammer.
All right. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my older son was talking about that the other day. The Gulf of America. What the heck is that? Like, am I gonna have to change my globe? Yep, there it is. It's right there. Gulf of Mexico. That's what it was when they made my globe. So I'm not changing it. But I guess the new ones will say Gulf of America on it. Yeah, that I don't know about that. That's weird. That's like I still call the Willis Tower the Sears Tower. As far as I'm concerned, it's the Sears Tower. It always will be the Sears Tower. Dag nabbit. Wolverine man, I reported Gulf of America as incorrect information. Yep. Nope, not changing. Yeah, like I said, like growing up in Chicago, we always had the Sears Tower. Then they changed the name to the Willis Tower. It's the Sears Tower, dagnabbit. It always will be. Captain Tuttle, I have a map with the USSR on it, and I should keep Ukraine in USSR. I don't know where it is. I haven't seen it in years. I don't know, maybe if one of my parents sold it at some point when we needed money, or maybe it's hidden. My mom has a big a cedar chest. She's had it since before I was born. So the thing's got to be 60, 70 years old at least. And it's filled with all of her collections of stuff that she wants to keep forever is in there. So maybe it's in there. I don't know. It might be gone forever. But I always thought like how much money it must be worth today if it still exists even. But when I was a kid, we used to have an atlas that was so old. It came out in the 1930s. And in the atlas under Germany, it was before the war, but it was during the German flag was the swastika. And all of the information about the country was the Nazis and the National Socialist Party and all that stuff. But it was before the war, but after. So this was an atlas that came out while Germany was under Hitler's rule. So it had all the information about their government and their flag and this and that. It was just like stated like you look up, England, and it's got England's this, and this, and then your France is this, and this, and then Germany is this. But it's all the Hitler stuff. It's all the Nazi stuff. And I always thought that atlas had to be worth some money, because of just the time that it just happened to come out. And when I was a kid, I would always look at that, and it was always like blow my mind, like, oh man, that's something crazy, like that's a historical, thing. But again, like I haven't seen it in maybe 30 years now, so I always wondered, like, if one of my parents sold it at some point, or hid it somewhere and it's still out there. I don't know. Yes, the encyclopedias do still exist. They're much more expensive And they were expensive to begin with, but they're much more expensive than they were like when I was a kid and everybody had a set of encyclopedias in their house. Like now it's like it's a fringe item, you know, it's a specialty item, so it's different. The Gulf of America, what's changing the name of the Grand Canyon to the ass crack of America? Oh man, I can't believe it's already almost time for the cupcake dance. What do we got? We got less than 20 minutes. 15 minutes. Let's see. They got any I don't really have anything in here I could squeeze out in 15 minutes. Let's see. Sorry. Just looking to see. Just to eat up sometime. So many people are sick of the change culture too. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just weird. But I mean that whole thing, that's above my pay grade, man. It's Gulf of Mexico. It's on my map. That's what it is. What does the Mexican president think about that? I should look that up. I'm sure that they had something to say. Well, I'll tell you what, flat flirt or flip flap, flip flat. That's one of the things that like that symbol existed long before he used it. So it's a shame that he absolutely destroyed it by making it his symbol, by embracing it. And, you know, now if you put that symbol, then obviously everyone's going to assume that you're not talking about this. They're going to think you're talking about what Hitler was doing. He ruined everything. Yeah, he did. Mr. Thomas, I don't think anybody really cares because it's just stupid. Well, again, it's silly stuff, you know? But I mean, it is what it is. It's hard, you know, being like looking at like what we do through a political lens kind of changes everything. Um, and a lot of these guys think that that's what they're doing, you know, because again, they're always using the amendments and the Constitution, and that's one of the reasons why it becomes such a argument against like frauditing and sovereign citizens and all that is because ultimately their philosophy is dangerous. Because, like with the video that I showed, like with Frauditor Troll, like they're feeding into this hate that these people have. They see this stuff that's not real, but they believe it. So they really are convinced. Like when I see somebody, like when I watch a video and it's like they get pulled over, whoa, are you going to shoot me? Why would I shoot you? What the hell are you talking about? Well, that's what cops do, isn't it? What? The hell are you talking about? I pulled you over because you were speeding or because you went through a red light. Like, I don't, what? Like, and that's when you get people like those sovereign citizens in that video that they're making a movie about, where they're driving, they get pulled over, and the second they pull to the side of the road, the driver and the kid hop out of the car with shotguns and just blast the cops away and then drive off. It's like they're thinking that's self-defense because they think the only reason a cop would ever pull someone over is because they're trying to murder them. And that's the other thing that drives me nuts. Like we see these videos all day, every day, in and out of people getting stopped by cops and getting trespassed and this and that. When was the last time a Selmo took a bullet? Or Chili? Or DMA? Or Cult News? Or any of these guys? How many of them are martyrs for the cause? How many of them got murdered by these awful, tyrannical thug cops that are out there just killing everybody all the time? How many frauditors have been killed by... I've seen frauditors kill cops. I've seen frauditors shoot people. I've seen it go the other way. But I haven't seen a video yet where one of these guys get murdered. They're all still alive. Or the people who run from the cops because they're doing something illegal and then claim they ran because they're afraid of cops. Oh, yeah, that happens every day. Every day. You know? Well, I was afraid you were going to shoot me. No, you're afraid I was going to bust you. And that's always my main thing. It always seems like all of these people, they talk about retaliatory stops. Your whole life is retaliation. You got caught breaking the law, and instead of taking responsibility for your actions like a grown adult, you decide to blame the cops for catching you. It's not your fault you did it. It's their fault they caught you. So now you have to dedicate the rest of your life to being against them. How dare those tyrants arrest me just because I broke the law? And then again, somebody earlier brought up the acorn thing. Yeah, stick to frauditors. That's what I'm talking about. But, well, that's it. Yeah. But just to finish what I was saying, because somebody in the chat earlier did bring up the acorn thing. You know, I'm not going to sit here and support obviously bad police work. If they're wrong, they're wrong. I'm going to admit it. But these guys just make stuff up. Literally. Lie. Direct Day, a.k.a. Direct Dookie, whose name is Christopher Ruff, a.k.a. Grifter Ruff. I actually interviewed him on this channel before, too. And he was explaining that, like, his whole thing is based on the idea that if the police can't handle some random idiot screaming and hooping and hollering and distracting and interrupting and insulting them while they're in the middle of an investigation, how are they going to, if they can't handle that, how are they going to handle it if somebody that actually is a lunatic running around doing that stuff is doing it? But like after I thought about it and I'm like, but you're the one who's doing it. You're the lunatic. You're the, like, if they can't handle me jumping around, distracting them, screaming at them, swearing at them, acting like an idiot, what are they going to do if somebody actually does that? You are actually doing that. Like, you're the guy. It's like saying, you know, well, I have to test and see how they would act if an actual criminal showed up. But you are an actual criminal. Like, you are the one that's showing up. Let's see. Direct D has been out of the game for too long. He's trying to find his footing. Well, now he's a little, he's I wouldn't say he's more centrist, but he's moving more towards the center. Like, Direct D has been making videos where he has been starting to see some of the things that we complain about. He's been starting to make some videos where he'll be like, well, wait a minute. This guy's out there saying this, and this, but you know what? It doesn't hold up. I don't think this guy's telling the truth. It's like, that's what we've been saying for 2 years now. You're finally starting to get it? Troll did a video like that yesterday where the frauditor thought it was a revenge stop from the police, but the frauditor had his license plate expired. Exactly. Ugh. Lame. Everything frauditors do is lame. So I'm trying to come up with, I don't know, maybe a look. Because I don't really have a look. Is that me? Oh. Very intellectual. He's doing the Mark Stout. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where he goes. You know, take our time and see what happens. What do we got? We got 6 minutes to the cupcake dance. Let's see if I got something here that'll last 6 minutes. Oh, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna have fun today. It's almost Valentine's Day. So let's just have some fun just for the sake of having fun.
You're right on time, Lamikins. Make yourself a drink, baby.
No, thanks, Dutch.
Who are you and how did you get in here?
I'm the locksmith. And I'm the locksmith.
Who are you and how did you get in here? I'm a locksmith. And I'm a locksmith. Oh boy. That's that reminds me of Norm Macdonald's philosophy of like the greatest joke you could ever write, the perfect joke is a joke where the setup and the punchline are basically the same thing. Hey, Uncle Artie's here. What's up? And he always tried to do that. And like one example was a joke he said on Weekend Update. What was it? What was her name? Dagnabbit. Like, oh, wait a minute. Here we go. James Baker. If you're going to poke the bear, you better do it with a very long stick. Well, see, that's the problem with these guys that we're always talking about, the frauditors and the soffsets, right? They're poking a bear, poking a bear, poking a bear, poking a bear, and then when it swats them, aha, you swatted me. I'm going to sue you. You're swatting at people. See, I told you that they just swat at random people for no reason. Like, no, they swatted at you because you were poking the bear. But they always skip that part. They always ignore that part. He swatted at me. Legally, he can't swat at me, so he's got to go to jail. He's got to be disbarred. He's got to get his life destroyed. He's got to be publicly humiliated on my YouTube channel. He's got to be pepper sprayed. He's got to be punished for swatting at me. Well, why did he swat at you? Because he was poking the bear, poking the bear, poking the bear, poking the bear until it swatted at him. And that's the thing. It's like that's their stated goal. Our job as frauditors is to poke the bear until it swats. They're not going to stop poking it until it swats. The philosophy being it should never swat. It should just stand there and let us poke it and smile and say, oh, please hurt me more, hurt me more. What world do they live in where they think that's acceptable? Hey, what's up, Ron? Oh, that's right. We got 3 more minutes. The wind blew too much hot air at me. Oh, Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill stupidity. Always good to have you around. Round of applause for Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill. Yes, a round of applause for his watered down drinks. Cupcake duck dance. Because tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Did you want me to do the big one today? I don't know if my back could handle it. I'll just do the regular. Because like I said, my back is feeling better, but it's not feeling good. It's just, I could barely even move the other day. Now it's like, if I turn the wrong way too quick, then it'll jar it. But I'm okay for now. Woohoo! But I will put the hat on for the cupcake dance. I just got to get it over here. All right. Frauditor logic. Be the problem, cause the problem, then claim you're the victim. Yes, that's exactly what they do. And it's a horrendous deal. Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated. Doing it our way. Make a steady chance, we'll take it. Make a steady rule, we'll break it. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way. There ain't nothing we won't try. Never heard the word impossible this time. There's no stopping us. Doing it our way. Yeah. Vernon Shirley, man. Peach tea. Bigelow. No. Yeah. All right. It's time for the cup. Cake. Happy. Dates. Let's go. All right. Okay. Olay. All right. Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for joining me, as always. It's such a great time to see you guys. I love you guys every morning. You make my morning fun and bright and wonderful. Happy sandwich. All right, I gotta go to work. I love you guys. I'm gonna go shovel some snow. I'll see you guys in the morning. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up.